I
No?
thought. Whoa! Boom! Personality turns on right now.
I already have. It's
Okay,
Yeah, I
it's
fuck.
think
in
it's in the description.
yeah, it's in the description.
Okay, sorry guys. Sorry you're organized.
Jesus. All right, we're on, by the way. Just
All right,
quietly.
we're
Yes.
live. We've done it. Wow.
Hi,
Okay.
everybody.
Standing ovation. This is me
It's
clapping and
good.
standing. CB. 2010 points,
Yeah.
mate. That was epic. Roll everything
Awesome,
and
guys.
then some. Really well done, man. Congratulations.
Thank you
How do
so
you
much
feel now that
for
it's
setting
out?
this whole thing up, man. And Dom, thank you for all the sharing on your social media, on YouTube and the IG
Hey,
stories. Super
it's an
happy
absolute
about that.
pleasure. I was excited to watch, and yeah, we definitely didn't disappoint in any way. It actually blew my mind, some of the like
Ooh,
variety of things that went into that video.
yes.
I was just like,
Achieved.
wait, what?
Achieved.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
definitely pushed the level of dive rolls to a whole nother situation, which is mad, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's so
Awesome.
sick. So yeah, okay. First question that I basically think everybody wants to ask is, do they hurt?
Yeah, I think some of them did. I mean, I wouldn't say like unbearably pain. Uh, uh, the dive rolls on the rails, they're not too bad actually. Some of the
Yeah, if you
more
hit the
painful
flesh,
ones are the
right?
concrete ones. Like the
Hmm.
I don't know, if I'm going upwards, usually it's not so painful. It's those where I'm going down. That one dive roll on the rail where I really went downwards, that was
Yeah.
probably it wasn't too bad, honestly. Like it
Yeah, it
still
seemed like
definitely hurt
there
for
was
sure.
you were in the right spot, that like the
Mm,
most you would kind of get is like a little bruise or a little like kind of
yeah.
that, like a little knock that notifies you the rails there, but doesn't actually like impinge
Yeah.
anything. It's
Yeah. I
just like,
mean,
yeah, a little bit of shock.
it's not something that I will do like 10 times.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
had to do it like good in the
yeah.
first try most of the time. Yeah.
Do you find it's the very confidence based, like diving in, like making sure that you've just got the right takeoff and right position, and then the confidence to trust that rollover, especially on like the thin
Yeah.
walls? Is it
So
just, yeah,
usually I
like
just practice a lot without the dive, maybe just
mm-hmm.
like finding a prep for it. Some of them you don't really have to prep. I just have to keep very straight in the jump. It's mostly just like a real pre where you have to kind of position your body straight
Yeah,
and yeah. And then now you have to kind of aim with your hands as well. So as you jump, you have to make sure that everything is straight.
yeah.
So
If
yeah,
you
it's really
slightly
fun
off
actually.
axis, it'll tip you off on the landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, so many different dive rolls to talk about, but I guess the biggest kind of gnarliest one was the one over the
Yes, the one that you did.
wall to crash out, but you didn't seem to like actually take any damage. Like from the side shot,
Yeah.
you see that your foot gets down just in time to kind of
Yeah,
disperse forward.
exactly. My foot. I was lucky enough that somehow I didn't over rotate it any further. I feel
Mhm.
like if the height was any higher, maybe I would have fully face planted.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you for that dive
Yeah.
roll, did you do any preps for it?
No.
Really,
I
like
think
nothing
it
at
was
all. Like
I think it was just before or just after I'd done the big front flip down. So
you did
when and
the flip pre,
I
right?
also hmm?
You did the flip onto the shelter and then front flip again out.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did that too. Yeah,
Was
yeah.
that
I think I did
before or
that
after the
first.
dive roll?
I
You
think
know.
I think I think after. I think I did the dive roll first, but the big difference there is the length of us. So like I can lean over the wall and like take off as my hands are pointing at the block. So I don't have to dive out as much. Like because of my height, I could kind of
Yeah.
curl over the wall a little bit more and already be at that axis. For the dive roll,
Yeah.
I didn't have to loft my hips up at all. And so
Yeah, I have a
when I
lot
did it,
more to fall, I guess. Like my hips was a
yeah.
lot higher, and then yeah, it was
And then when
scary,
you're coming
man.
at that speed, it's harder to use that core flexion to stop. Like with mine, I
Yes.
basically crumpled in and then sat up onto my butt and went in the
Yeah,
air to
that's
try
so
and slow
true.
down. Whereas like if you're coming in from the top, and I think that's an interesting topic, is all the different kind of roll techniques
Yeah.
there is on different surfaces, different like
Yeah,
variations.
so many different. You've seen in the video, you see me do like a very straight dive and some that are
Mhm.
very twisted as well. And I find that it works on different obstacles
Yeah,
and
you
stuff
have to
like
be
that.
adaptable to those variations. Like,
Yeah.
so when you roll on a rail, what's the part of your back that you aim for? I guess like I kind of have an understanding of it, but I think for more of
I'll show
the
you. So
wider
around
audience.
here, I'll start
So the
here.
muscular part of your
Usually
predominant
my
side.
rolls, I will start around here, right?
Yeah.
For like wider walls.
Hmm.
But I'll start here. For dive rolls on rails, I'll probably land somewhere here and then finish straighter. So
Yep. So
not too much,
staying
not
on one
really a
side of the
gymnastic
spine.
roll, but still pretty straight over the head, just slightly
Okay.
tilted.
Yeah. So from starting, say, I'd say from like the juiciest kind of muscle part on the back there, just above
Yeah,
where your shoulder blade finishes, there's a huge, like, generally everyone has a little bit of muscle in
yeah,
that part, and then it's riding that line down next to the
yeah.
spine, making sure that you stay off the spine but on the muscle, because that way you
Yes,
just have a
definitely.
smooth kind of plane to work with, as opposed to like hitting any knobbly bits.
Yeah, I wanted to do that dive roll that you did from the top of the wall instead of diving over.
Yeah.
But when I stood up there, I was thinking like the impact would be the same. I mean,
Yes.
I would have to take the impact twice. So I just decided maybe I should just go for the dive. And I don't know if you do the same thing. I don't
I
know if
have
you
that
prefer to
with a lot of
just
things. Once you have the technique down and you know, like, okay, I'm going to take the drop or I'm going to take the impact either way, then usually I'll just kind of prefer to go for the thing straight away.
yeah.
Like same as you, like I'd rather not load my body twice for something excessive with excessive force. As just kind of uh
Yeah.
making sure your hair's perfect. It's good. You look good,
Yeah.
CP. You look good, mate.
She wanted to make my hair.
So
Can
I did my
we,
makeup for the show.
Dom?
You know,
Can we please shout out the capstone shirt that CP is
Yeah.
wearing?
Yeah,
Because
yes,
repping you guys,
absolutely.
man. I'm repping you guys.
100%. Capstone, the one.
Awesome. I love this shirt the most. So nice. It's
It's
purple,
cool
pink as
to
well. Pink, like the diver aesthetic.
yeah, well,
yeah,
that's
it's cool
actually
to have
something that
sort
I
of
wanted to talk
variation.
about.
Yeah.
Like everything is so vaporwave with what you're doing. It's like
Yeah.
that 90s VHS aesthetic. Like,
Yeah.
so what started that? What got you into just that whole thing?
I was just very intrigued by the whole 90s, the VHS tape, the kind of animation that you see. And that kind of inspired me. I searched on YouTube, like how to do an animation, a title animation on VHS titles and stuff like that. So that's
Mhm.
how that Project Dive Roll logo came in. And because of that look, I kind of just thought I should just make the whole Project Dive Roll a VHS look, like for the first one. And
Yeah.
then that just stood all the way through. Even the fonts are like pretty, like I searched like 90s font and some of those came out. And I think those are like really, it fits my style. And somehow everybody likes it as well. So I was
Yeah,
really happy to
it's
have
got
that
a
kind of logo.
interesting
Yeah.
aesthetic to it for sure. Like it definitely separates it from your regular everyday parkour edit, where it's just, raw clips and a song. There's this kind of different energy to it when you put that animation in.
Yeah, definitely.
Was there
Really
any
liked
kind of
it.
other, like, did you see a film or any sort of direct inspiration for that, or was it simply just falling in love with the editing program and
Well,
like this?
I just follow Vaporwave a lot. I don't know. I just
Okay.
like many photos that has that aesthetic. And yeah, it became like my favorite colors and everything. So, and I think it makes it easier to kind of design something that fits the entire look. So
To
yeah,
keep
it
it
makes it a
thematic.
lot special. And I can just design, if I have new ideas, I can just fit it to that either the color scheme, or like if it's VHS, then people know it's VHS. And then I
Mhm.
also did some glitchy stuff in there, and I think that all ties in together very well. Yeah.
Mm.
In some of
Yeah,
my
man.
older
Yeah,
videos, I also use such effects, and I just find them really nice. So I thought this time around I want to make it even better. I think the first project dive roll, I only slapped on a VHS filter, so it's not so much. There's not so much editing going on, honestly. But
hmm
this time around, I really want to go crazier with it.
Yeah, I found the transitions more engaging, and kind of the way that things were cut together had that really snappy, punchy
Yeah,
catch into
awesome.
it. Like the what's the word I'm looking for? Tension and release was really nice in the sense of like when it had that snazzy moments to keep you captivated.
For sure. And I think because I'm not behind the camera, I think the
Hmm
only way I get to really express myself creatively is through the edit. And I
Very
really
true.
love editing, and I found that this was my avenue to just go crazy with it. Yeah.
So how long were you shooting this project for?
It started in somewhere around 2018, June.
Hmm
Actually, some clips were even before that, like March 2018. But I think I
hmm
really, really decided to like collect clips somewhere in between like June 2018 or like August, that
Okay, so
period.
like almost 3 years. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
4 years now,
Four
2018 to
years now.
2021.
Whoa. Yeah, man. So but like when did you start the editing process? Was it during capturing the video and then you were like, okay, now I can put this together, or did you finish shooting all the clips and then start editing it from there?
Mm, I mean, I always like upload them to my computer first, and then I just skim through it. I have like a project file. I just skim through it, and I pick up the clips that I want to use for my edit. But I didn't actually started on the editing until like 3 weeks ago, I think.
Okay, okay. So
That's when I decided, okay, I don't wanna shoot anymore, because I've been always waiting. The reason why it takes so long is because there's still so many kind of goals on the list, and I was hoping that I will
always.
be ready for them, and that never ever comes. So I
Yeah,
just
that
felt that I
open-ended
need to.
list that
Yeah,
you really want to achieve. And like that's what I think is one of the cool things about parkour is it does have this kind of endlessness to it. So you do have to just decide when, okay, this is all the things I'm going to put in the video and cap
yeah.
that off.
I decided that I think I have enough for like a 4 minute video. So I think that's
Mhm.
a good enough length for me to work with. I think people might have expected a bit longer because it took 4 years. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Well,
I
let's
just
see, this is what I think, common misconception is when you do undertake a project like this, it's not like you go out and you only do dive rolls for a week or you only do dive rolls for a month. It's still just part of your training that
yeah,
you're pushing
that's
that
true.
skill, but it's not the only thing that envelops your whole training.
That's true. That's true. I have some goals on the list. So I will still train as per normal, but if I were to go to a spot with that dive roll in it, then I will try my best to kind of um warm up for it and all that. If I feel good that day, then that's where I start to shoot for it.
Yeah. And it is patience and taking your time. And I think that's something that
Mhm.
is maybe undervalued with a lot of the athletes that are
That's
coming up. That
true.
there's this wow, got to get everything out there. And like as Jaron pointed out before on the air, my savior clips lacks doesn't come from
Yeah.
not like a want, it's just laziness, or like I'm not trying to get myself out there all the time. It's just the rhythm I'm in is do something, post it, put it on YouTube, like it's all cycled in like that. But I like saving clips for other people's projects. Like if I was to work
Yeah, I like the
like
capstone one.
Team Terrain or
Like
Capstone, and
you did save some for capstone.
yeah, yeah,
So
So
I mean
the
I
most.
get that. I get your point of just like shooting and then posting it so you don't think so much about it. I mean,
hmm
sometimes that works. And if for me to take a project this long, like 4 years to take a video, I think maybe the first few clips may be dated already. You know what I mean? But I don't feel that way. But some people might feel that way with their movement. Like a jump that I did 4 years ago and a jump that I did like last month. I think people might feel that you want to be more present with whatever you're posting. But
Yeah, I still like
yeah,
the idea of just like that instantaneous. This is what I did, and kind of documenting that process online, as opposed to posting per se, or like creating a post or engaging of like what post this will be. It's just
yeah,
like kind of documenting what I've done with those achievements.
that's true.
Well, that's
Yeah,
something you're
Yeah,
already having a problem with, is that you're trying to like put your stuff out in a chronological order, but
hmm
you're a month or something behind, yeah. So
I
like
don't see that as a problem though.
problem was the wrong word.
Yeah, I definitely don't see that as a problem. So it's like having a savings account. You have a bank of saved releases ahead of time, so that then when comes the day where I have a 2 week Red Bull project, my media will still be releasing. I can still be engaging with it, but I don't have to be in the process of actually videoing and editing media,
Touche.
yeah.
because I do
But
have this own
I made sure that all the clips that I saved, they actually meant something. Like the dive rolls
Yes,
were
exactly right.
picked. Like all the clips were handpicked. Like I chose the best ones. There are some clips that was not actually included in the video because I just
Mhm.
don't feel strongly about it. But
Yeah, fair.
I think most of the clips that were that made it to the video, I think they were all very meaningful to me. Like they all had
Hmm.
like some of them were old jumps that I did, like just running positions, and
Yeah,
then now I'm able to do a dive roll on it. So yeah,
yeah,
there's
it's
like
that next sense of
some kind of
progression, that next
milestone.
elevation.
Yeah,
Yeah. And was that kind of
definitely.
like part of I guess the hunting mindset, or like the goal mindset, was to tick off these things and progress the spots that you've always been to in a new way?
Yeah, I think so. Like I have some dive rolls that I always wanted to do. Like the one that you did, once you did it, I was like, okay, I want to hopefully get good enough to do it one day. And
Yeah.
then yeah, so I like slowly chose the dive rolls that I wanted to do. Some of them, like the one at Bishan, there's just so many at Bishan, so
Yeah.
they were always
Endless
on the
amount.
list. Yeah, they were always on the list. So all I needed to do was kind of, I guess this project also helped me push myself to make this dive rolls, or like make myself do these dive rolls. If not,
Hmm.
I would have
Hmm.
just left it on the list and all
Yeah.
that. So
I think
yeah,
that's
it's a
really
good
cool that
push.
you could use the video as kind of a motivation to still progress and still push yourself in a new and
Yeah.
interesting way, even if it's like recycling the wheel and doing dive rolls. It's like the evolution of that and taking that to that next step. Would, as you said, wouldn't be as prevalent without you kind of having the catalyst of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's do you think like, and this is where I think there's a kind of positive part with social media, but do you think that there can be a way that using the media and using the projects or Instagram or whatever it may be to kind of positively affect your training, to kind of motivate you, not in the sense of like I want people to love what I'm doing or the amount of likes you get, but to
Mm-hmm.
give it some established reason to go out and pursue that thing for your own gratification?
Yeah, I think so. The way I post stuff on my Instagram, I try to inspire them to do something similar. And
Hmm.
I mean, the whole project, like this whole project dive thing, I tried to hype it up a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a full on, I don't know, like I hype it up not because I think it's super hype. I hype it up because I really want to share this with the world, and I think it's fun. I'm using social media for a good reason. Last time, there's no such thing as premieres on YouTube. There's no like marketing for a
Yes.
YouTube video. So I had quite a lot of fun just designing all this marketing stuff for Project Dive 2. The previous Project Dive, I just posted it on YouTube and just shared it. There's not much like
Yeah.
hyping going on. But I think the way I saw Capstone did their marketing, the way I saw Soul Destroyer, Nick Weston's Skull Chatter,
Much better.
all
Yeah.
those videos, they kind of inspired me to do something similar. So that's how I kind
Absolutely.
of use social media to kind of boost this project idea that I have. And
Hmm.
honestly, I think I might have overhyped it. I wouldn't know if the
No,
video
no, no, no.
really,
I don't
really
think there's
lived up to
such a
the hype.
thing. I think
Like,
you
I
did a
mean,
perfect job at marketing it and making it, something that people wanted to watch and were engaged by without
yeah.
overselling the fact that it's dive rolls. It's
Oh,
Project Dive Roll. there's a if you'd left it any like longer or you hadn't hyped it up, not as many people would know. And I think it's just one of
that's
those things in the parkour community. We want that exposure, not just for you, but so that we can have a growing industry of like,
that's true.
different established parts of
Definitely.
the sport.
Good point. Yeah, for me, I wasn't afraid that it wouldn't live up to the hype, but I'm just afraid that maybe I'm just putting too much, into it, and if people are disappointed, I don't know. Like I wouldn't,
Well,
I don't really
yeah.
care if they are really disappointed or not. But
Exactly right. That's
yeah,
their
it's something
thing.
it's just something that I think about, that whether or not am I hyping this project up too much. But I just felt like I wanted to do it anyway. I wanted to
Well,
share this project with the
from
world,
the external,
yeah.
I definitely respect your investment, and I think like the commitment and the passion that's gone into the project is really clear, and that's something that inarguably is special, and as something that's really meaningful for the community, is to show that raw passion for something and really invest in it 100%.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, it shows, and I think you did a fantastic job with the entire project. There was like, you know, not just the marketing side of it, but the actual execution of the video and like the pre-thought of the project and the way you kind of expanded not like one movement into many horizons is really fantastic, man.
Yeah,
Like, well
I
done.
didn't want to just do like big droppy rolls, I guess. I wanted to really push
Just
the
gaps,
technicality. Yeah, just gaps. I
straight
mean,
like gaps.
yeah, I don't know. Like it could have been just gaps, but I think people would be more surprised by the technicalities of these dive rolls more than just like
Definitely.
droppy ones. That one is just like taking height drops, for example. But I
Yeah.
just want to push dive rolls to that another level, because like people doing
Yeah,
flip
it was
breeze onto rails,
surprising.
it's the same
Like you
thing.
watch the video and there's moments where I was just like, whoa, I didn't expect that, because I've been to those locations and the way they're being used was so mind bending and like just very particular that you just don't see when you go to a normal spot.
That's true. Awesome.
Yeah, man. So where can people buy the Project Dive Roll shirts? Where can they get the merch? Where can we support the
It's
man?
all in the description. So actually,
Mhm.
the main thing I wanted to talk about is the documentary. So this project,
Yes.
Project Dive Roll 2 is free of charge. But if you really want to know behind the scenes what went on, like how I built up to all these dive rolls, then you have that whole 70-minute documentary on my Patreon.
Love that.
Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm showing your
All
Patreon
in the
now, by the way.
description. Yeah.
Fantastic. As I was going to say, go check out CP's Patreon. Is it Denister as well?
Yeah, it's
On
just
Patreon?
Denister,
Denister on
Denister.
Patreon. Less ease.
Yeah.
There you go.
And yeah,
Awesome.
there's some other
So
stuff.
this is the first time I actually monetize any of my content. I mean, I coach for a living, so that's how I earn my money. But content wise, I don't actually earn much from it. I don't earn anything from YouTube. I don't earn anything from Instagram. So this is one of the very first video that I'm charging for it. So I hope
if you guys want to see CP
supporting
do more of this stuff, join his Patreon. If you like this project and you want to see more like it, click that join button. Because it's it's about supporting each other in our industry and trying to make the most of it so that everybody can have a platform and a place in the sport.
Yeah, how is your Patreon going, by the way, Dom? How's
my
the Patreon
trucking
journey?
along at a solid
you wouldn't know, but
26 subscribers, 28 subscribers a month.
Yeah,
love them lots. I have my head of production Patreons, Sam from LA and Sam from Australia. I have a now pledge Prodigy Patreon, who's supporting quite a lot, which is the tier where I'm basically just become your pal and help you out with training and jumping and like trying to mentor you, I guess, in a way.
He wants to stay really anonymous.
Cool to get one in.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, Jaron, but you just made it more. And then so what I'm really thankful for is actually the people who just joined like the basic tier, which is keeping me it's like $1 a week to keep me just doing what I'm already doing on social media. So I think I'm earning 200 something a month Australian dollars, which is it's really nice to have an independent financial source coming in where then I'll have the power to put that back into my own projects and kind of expand my own brand and that sort of thing.
That's awesome. Yeah. So other than the behind the scenes, you can also purchase the merch on my website. It's all in the description as well. Yeah.
Well, we're here. So
when you're watching the video for the 10th time, 15th, 20th time, whatever you're back here watching, 311 likes already. Let's go.
Yeah.
Head down to the description and there's a bunch of links for you to click.
Dom, do you have your own merch? I guess you have,
I have my own merchandise coming out September 1st.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's for pre-order on September 1st.
Pre-order, but it's available from September 1st.
Domtomato.
Yeah.
Yes. We've very much gone into the merchandise side of things, stuck with the tomato branding. It's, to support, again, just the full-time professional athlete lifestyle. And,
oh, shit.
Sorry.
Garen's just interrupted us with the intro.
It's on the website.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's here. Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
My bad.
Do we watch it again?
Yeah. we just
put it on again, Garen.
I've just been playing it. Yeah. I just wanted to see this. That is so vaporwave. Yeah. That is so
I'm wearing
90s.
the shorts right now.
Damn. Look at them purple. All right, you need to give you need to give Max Ward some of these. And he was actually in the comments being like, bringing back purple. CP is bringing back purple.
I didn't read the comments so far.
Oh, dude, there's been a lot of comments.
Yeah. You got fans, CP.
We should go for the Q&A right now.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I don't know. Let's see on Discord if anybody has already started asking questions. But for asking questions, you have to first join my Discord so that we can handpick some of these questions from here.
Interact with them from there.
Yeah. Can I share my screen?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think.
That's Jaren's department.
On the YouTube live.
I'm just the face and voice and all the awful things that you don't want to hear.
What? All right. Try sharing your screen. If you know how to share your screen, it's the green thing in the middle of the bottom.
I got it. Okay.
Right, let me know if that works. Boom.
Do you guys?
Whoa,
can you guys see this?
Up in this.
No, that's good.
Okay. Anyway, I just started this Discord maybe 1 month ago, and I try to post updates on my project right here. Discord is like a forum. I don't think a lot of people use them.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea how to use Discord. I just gave up.
I mean,
I looked into it and I was
I took a while to learn about it, but I think it's a very good avenue where people can kind of just interact, and it's just an old school forum in a more a new school format.
Organized. Organized system.
Yeah. So anyways, let's talk about the first question.
Yeah.
What's the hardest kind of dive roll to do for you? Personally, I think I suck at thread rolls, the dive holes. I don't practice them a lot at all. Like if you see the entire video, there was no dive
threads.
Holes. No threads, totally nothing. But I think that is one of my weaker points, I guess, in the dive rolls. Do you do them a lot?
I love a good thread.
Yeah. It has to be a big one though. I don't know. I can't be too precise with those. I don't know why. I find them really difficult to get clean. But if you're talking about the hardest kind of dive rolls that I've done in this video, I think the harder ones are like the droppier ones actually. Like I'm not extremely good with absorbing impact. So that's the reason why I guess I felt that drop dive roll that Dom did, because I think the impact is just super heavy and you just had to absorb everything with your hands.
Yeah. And really on the flat of your back as well, like you've got to kind of extend out at the right time so you don't smash your hip, but enough that you don't stay balled up and fling forward.
Well, is that how Jan screwed himself up? Also, he is in the chat.
I heard about it.
Jan did a downwards dive roll like the size of Leon 25, and then I think his hip just came over a little bit fast. So when it hit the ground, he kind of
that's so huge. The size of Leon 25.
Large. Yeah. But yeah, it's it's a danger with dive rolls is coming over the back there. If you don't disperse on the top half of your back and roll into that shape, your hips kind of exposed and your pelvis can smack into the ground.
Is that why your shoulder always pops out?
Me? Yeah. I don't have a shoulder that pops out, Jaron. You're spreading false news.
You get your acromion process.
I have, yeah, my clavicle is forced up because of my like eruption muscles under here, but it doesn't go anywhere. It never it just sometimes gets pushed in and out.
All right, so it's nothing to do with dive rolls. Fine.
It's actually nothing to do with dive rolls, but yeah, good try.
Oh, Max Ward. Max Ward said, how long did the FPV one take? And who filmed it? That shit was amazing. Okay, so FPV, his name, the guy who shot the drone shot, the FPV shot, is Manole he's from Philippines. He's also a really good athlete in breakdancing, and he does some parkour, but he's actually a really good tumbler. But I will link up his page somewhere. I will definitely share it around. It's also available on my on the behind the scenes where I shot him out a lot. But the one, it took about 12 shots, I think. I had like 12 drone shots of that whole run. But I kept failing on the first one. I failed the first one a lot, because once I get that first dive roll down, then I can actually do the rest of it. But the hardest part of it was to just get the first part right. And then there was some where I actually committed all the way to the last roll, and then I just freaked out in the last one, because the last one I never did it before. I just went for it during the actual shoot. Yeah. Because I know that I can do it. I just have to commit, and I didn't want to take so many attempts for that droppy. That was one of the more droppier concrete dive rolls in the video. But it was really fun. I think that the scary part was to be so precise with the hop over the rail.
Yes, some that little plyo step. I'm glad you cut in for that as well, because accentuating that and showing that off really left that imprint in my mind, the technicality of it.
Yeah, so there's more than just the dive rolls that is technical.
There you go.
It's like the whole run up and everything.
Set up and stamina, entry really makes such a difference as well.
Yeah.
Like I was talking last night with the guys about the one you did in Adelaide onto the box.
Yeah.
And it's for me, taking off the thin wall like that is almost worse, because even though you have less distance to cover, you have to take a very precise run up and take off into that instead of just launching off the floor. Like the difficulty of the takeoff and the variation there makes it very hard to carry.
It's crazy. You didn't even prep much for that one. You just send it from the back. Yeah. So crazy.
Did you really?
I just know though if I can do it or not now. It's just very intuitive. That'll work or that won't work.
CP, did you promise Ronald McDonald a shout out for his birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, I was just at his house actually. It was his birthday this week, and his parents invited me over to his house, and I had to rush off because the premiere is at 9 p.m. and I left his house at 8:30, and I just roomed off on my bike. So I just want to shout out to those kids over there. They're watching you guys on the big screen right now. And happy birthday to Rocky.
Happy birthday, man.
He has been blowing up the chat, and you've been ignoring him the whole time.
No, I don't know how to read the chat.
A lot of things going on.
There's a camera here.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, chat. I will catch up on the messages after the whole stream. And also, they are my students actually. Like Rocky and some of them they are watching right now. They are all big fan of Domtomato as well. Yeah, they always talk about your stuff, and they dedicate some front flips to you.
Yeah, front flips are cool. Definitely the best
move. All right, I want to move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Are you guys able to still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, Jaden also asked another question. Are there any other niche moves that you would like to see explored more? Sort of like if someone else were to do something
bring
like
back
Project Dive Roll.
It's just live wire styles,
handstands.
right?
I want a new live wire. We need a new live wire.
Yeah. I guess like 360s or like reverse pre's. Like if somebody did an entire project with just twists. Yeah, I think I would love to see
on
it.
axis spinning stuff like reverse pre's and 360 pre's. Yeah.
I think my current favorite guy to watch is Devon from Fat, because he does reverse and 360s like no other.
All the time.
Good, man.
Yeah, so smooth. He does 540s as well, which are very mind-wrinkling. Like the way he lands backwards on stuff and just keeps pushing. Like, what? So last second, like he'll be like. He's a really nice guy to train with as well. Like really positive energy. Yeah,
I didn't get to meet him yet. Hopefully one day. Okay, what's the reasoning? What's the reasoning behind making this a solo project and the more chill vibe compared to the first project dive roll? The first project dive roll, I had a lot of people who wanted to do dive rolls together, namely Justin Louis. But in Singapore, I guess, I don't know. I just felt like I just wanted to do dive rolls, and I don't know anyone else who would want to go to spend 4 years seeking out dive rolls. And
it's one of those things where it becomes more of a personal investment, where you can kind of stay tunnel vision with it, as opposed to like seeking out others to join in on that process.
Yeah, I think that's the big reason. I think I'm the most invested in this project. Like even in the previous project dive roll, I was mainly the one organizing it and all that. And I just feel if I have my own control over the entire project, I wouldn't be so disappointed. I'm the only one who could disappoint myself anyway. So it's kind of easier to manage like this vision of mine, because if I were to spend this much energy and effort and set this kind of expectation for myself for this project, then I want to be accountable for it. And I don't want to be getting someone else involved, or like if somebody cannot match up to my expectation. I think that's why I kind of like going down this solo path, like the athlete route. I just felt maybe this is the best way forward for me.
Yeah, totally, man. I mean, that's another reason it took so long for the whole project to kind of come together, is doing it as a solo endeavor means that you can't just rely on everyone to be performing on different days. You've got to wait for your body to be 100% to go for all of those roles that you want to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, let's go on to the next question. What's your opinion on people getting titles based on certain moves, like CP being the dive roll climb up guy, or Domtomato being the dive front guy?
Does it get 2 moves, huh?
By any chance come off as annoying?
Why'd you get 2 moves, CP, you move hog?
Huh? I don't know. I don't see myself as the dive roll guy, honestly. I feel like I do so much other stuff more than just dive rolls.
I mean that's the thing, is it's a very like linear mindset to have, like to think that any athlete is just a one movement based person, because it's not how the sport works, is it? You could label anyone like that from their predominant moveset. I think
that's true.
I don't think it's inherently a bad thing for the general public, or for like someone who's kind of putting it into layman's terms, but I don't think it really matters either, because nobody is a singular movement guy.
I guess I'm happy to be the one trying to promote this movement a lot more. Like if they like, people always want to send me their clips of their dive rolls, and honestly, some of them are really crazy as well. And I think I'm not the only one who does crazy dive rolls, but I'm happy that people still refer me or refer their videos to me, and then I can just like just shout them out and just promote the whole dive roll, like the project dive roll hashtag and everything. I just want to create a movement over it. It's just like your Front Flip Friday. So it's actually quite highly inspired by that. Yeah, man.
Front Flip Friday today, guys. So if you've got a front flip, post it, hashtag it. Ta-da.
Dom, you just got roasted by David Nelms.
Sick.
Saying all you can do is front flips.
Yeah, it's true though.
Nah, man. Dive roll is I think Dom is the OG dive roll guy. He was the first one who did that dive roll at Singapore.
Dive rolls are
So
definitely in my like top 5 favorite moves. I love a good dive roll. Me and Jan have been
yeah,
bonding heaps over our dive rolls.
yeah. Oh yeah, we wanted to ask if you could do a 360 dive roll on a rail. Do you think you'll ever
Um,
try that?
yeah, I just have to train into it. 360 dive rolls are hard to aim straight.
Yeah,
Like I
maybe like
usually do them
find
on
walls
blocks.
that are narrow first, then slowly work your way out into an actual rail. I think that would be
Nah,
quite
man, I'm
sick.
just gonna get straight for rail. Fuck that. I'm not gonna spend. It's like the prep thing. I'm not gonna spend my time maybe hitting walls with my shoulder. I'm just going straight for rail in it. Just commit.
And yeah, it would be better than your normal
Potentially,
dive roll.
potentially. I'll get back to you after some experimenting.
Yeah, awesome. Yash also asked your longest dive roll distance. I think the one in the video where I don't know if you, I did like three. I kind of like edited
Big
them
flat ones.
one after the other. I think the last
Mm-hmm.
one of them is about 14 to 15 of my foot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like non-consequential in a sense. There's no gap to clear. It's just flat ground.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
there
You
is
gotta
still
put your hands on the
consequences
ground.
because if you don't make it to the grass, then yeah, you're gonna still hit concrete. But it
It's
wasn't
still
too
hurt.
bad, honestly. Yeah, it wasn't
Oh,
too bad.
CP. There's an
Yeah.
actual question in the YouTube, which is which Patreon level do you need to get the behind the scenes?
Oh, just any level actually. As long as you are paying Patreon, then you get to access that behind the scenes documentary.
All right, brilliant.
Awesome.
Lovely. There you go.
Okay, so next one. What's next after railroads? I think like I've never
Like
actually
fence
tried
rolls.
doing a a dive roll on a bollard, something like
Yeah.
this
Yeah. Like a
thin.
pole.
Yeah, like a pole like that. I don't know. My hands
Yeah.
will have to
Yeah.
be like this. And I don't know how my shoulder. I don't know.
I think
Maybe
you'd
one
almost
day.
just do it straight to shoulder, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
You
just
kind of
go
pick
straight
one
to
hand and
shoulder.
then just
But
straight to shoulder.
I've done it if I'm just rolling on it. I didn't. I have if it's just on the ground. But if I were to dive into it, I'm not sure if I want to just go straight to my back. I would probably
Mm-hmm.
need to absorb a little bit, at least with one hand.
Yeah, one
But
hand
yeah,
and then straight over, I think would be the motive there. It's crazy
yeah,
though.
next level. But what do you guys think is harder, like the straight rail roll or like the like perpendicular one? I don't know how to explain it.
Until recently, I always went with the perpendicular, the parallel one, but I've been experimenting with the other one and I don't find it too bad. But sometimes I don't really roll. It's just kind of like hit the rail with my back and then flop over.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Oh, there's so many more questions below. Dang boy, would a dive roll straight to concrete with 6 feet height drop hurt so bad? I guess so. If you
Yes, next
don't do it
question.
right,
Yes,
six
next
feet
question.
is super
My
super
height.
high up.
Yes. Yes. Answer capital Y-E-S. Next question.
Oh, Barry.
Checking
Barry
out.
was here also. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this actually. Barry knows about my very first dive pro experience very long ago, like 2012 exactly. And you know the big IMAX dive roll that Ali did?
Yep.
I only did the dive roll over here, like from here to it's just the normal
Oh, the small
position one.
pathway. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I did it from standing and I tried
Mm-hmm.
it. I didn't even try the actual dive roll. I just tried it on the ground and I just suck at it last time. So when I did it, I just crashed my shoulder onto the ground and I had to go to the hospital. And I had to spend like the rest of my London trip not training. Yeah, that was really bad, man. That was really long ago before I got actually good at dive rolls. And the injury, I don't actually feel it that much anymore. I think if you notice, this shoulder is a little bit higher than the other one. If you guys actually see it, but apart from that, I think my strength, my mobility, and everything is like it doesn't affect me anymore. So luckily,
Yeah,
I
nice.
healed well after that. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Okay, I want to go back to. Okay, well, I'll go to Ela first. Will you be creating this series based on every year? maybe how much every span of time. So I guess like what people are asking about Project Dive Roll 3. Personally, I don't know if I were to have that much energy to create another sequel for this, but I probably will still shoot as like my dive rolls as per usual. Maybe I'll go like Dom style where I just post it on my Instagram. I don't save clips anymore. Maybe for a period of time at least. Like I feel the fact that I've saved so many clips for so long, I also want to kind of experience not saving clips and see if that feels any different.
Different rhythm.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, let's see, Gwendy. What were some of your struggles experienced when putting together Project Dive Roll 2? How was the process for you, and how do you feel that now that it's premiered? Well, some of the struggles, there's so many, man. So many struggles. I think struggle-wise, not so much physically, like not the dive rolls itself. It's more about like finding the time for it, finding the people to help you film it, finding like or hoping for good weather, hoping for like everything to line up perfectly. I find it pretty hard because everybody's working nowadays. Like the community hasn't been extremely active in Singapore, I would say. And personally, I've been working a lot as well, so I don't have that much energy outside of my coaching hours to really focus on this project. So maybe that's the reason why I took so long to kind of get all this project done. Yeah, so that's one of the biggest struggles. Of course, there are also some other struggles where it's mental, like some of the dive rolls I set were just too ambitious, I guess. And having to mentally prep for it while having the pressure of if I'm inviting a friend over to help me shoot it, and if I were to like go all the way down and not do the dive roll, I'm not just disappointing myself, but I feel that I'm wasting his time, although he probably doesn't mind it, but
you feel like
it still feels
you've asked someone to come and invest their time in your project, and then you haven't done it. You feel like you've let them down in some way, even though it's kind of imaginary.
I feel that because this project it was ran on zero budget. Like I didn't pay all my cameramen, I didn't pay for anything basically. So it's really just favors. Like I'm asking friends for a favor. I'm just spending energy and time. So I just felt, if I were to ask for this much help, I'm hoping that they also feel invested enough in me to want to help me out. It's like a whole process. So it definitely took a while to get here. But now that it's premiered, I'm actually very, very satisfied. I'm super happy. I don't want to like think about, like planning for the next dive roll shoot. And actually I spent exactly. I spent like the past 3 weeks really editing, spending a lot of time just on After Effects, on Premiere Pro. And I slept like 5 a.m. It's a lot of editing hours. But I kind of enjoyed the editing process, although like now that it's done, I'm definitely looking forward to just rest for a little while.
take that mind set and ease off a little bit.
Oh, we have a question, CP, from Ampy Sound saying,
Ampy Sound,
what is the dive roll that got away?
What's the dive roll that got away? What does that mean?
It's like
which dive roll didn't you do? Is there any dive rolls that you didn't get to?
Some of the dive rolls that I didn't select.
That you didn't attempt. The one that got away, the one that wasn't within grasp.
Yeah, some of the ones that are still on my list. There's one really big triple Kong that I wanted to do, and I'll show you guys a video someday. A photo of the spot, and then. I was actually prepping it for like 2-3 days, and I wanted to do the triple Kong dive roll.
Yeah,
I did the triple Kong before. I think it's the one after creating progress.
Creating progress. Yeah.
Yes, the last clip of creating progress. And if you notice, I did like double Kong to roll, double Kong to roll, double Kong to roll, and I just wanted to end I wanted to end the whole project with the same ending of the creating progress one, but with a roll. Actually. went down there for like 2 days, or actually 3 days. One day it just rained and I couldn't get anything done. Yeah, but one shitty part about that spot is that they actually blocked out the run up. So I only have 3 steps for that triple Kong now. Like I feel that 3 steps is still possible for the triple Kong roll, but
makes it really tricky.
Yeah, it's just like full commit straight away. But yeah, I'm honestly still wanting to go back there to try it. But yeah, let's find some time for it next time.
All right. Well, Jan says, do manpower.
No, man.
It's
Only Dom,
achievable.
probably Dom, or I don't know, man. I don't know who in the parkour community can possibly try that, because I don't do downwards dive rolls that much. Honestly, anything above head height, anything slightly above head height is already out of my zone of comfort to control the roll. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know if that's ever possible.
All right, CP, I want you to pick one more question, then I'm going to wrap it up so I can go out and do jumps and dive rolls myself.
Definitely.
I'm itching to get out there. You got me all excited with your project, mate. It's your fault.
Apparently, David Nelms
do one dive roll later.
Do a dive roll
later.
I'll find one. I'll post one.
Okay. On a scale to 1 to 10, would a dive roll be an easy trick for a beginner, or is so drillable? Conclude. I don't know all these questions. I don't really know.
I would say just to give a brief summary on that one, it's just it's a grass only trick for beginners. Yes, definitely you want to be well versed in rolls before you should be taking them to concrete.
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Starting small on grass and sand and bark, and making sure your roll take is perfect.
Yeah,
don't go big.
But I also say drill the roll without the dive on concrete a lot, so that your back gets used to it.
Roll.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'll reply all the questions individually as well after the stream. But thank you everybody for asking all these questions. I know there's a lot more. I will spend some time replying to all the comments and everything. But yeah, it's awesome, man. I really had a good time talking and catching up with all of you.
Yeah, man, it was good to see you as well. I'm really, really proud of everything you've done for the project. You should be really proud of yourself. And
thank you.
Everyone, just show your support for CP online. Keep sending him love. Grab a shirt.
I want to say thank you. Thank you to Gwen. She's been supporting me the whole time. Come.
Behind every man, there's a man.
Today is our 3.5 years of being together. That's why it's on the 27th of August. That's why today is Dive Roll Day. Yeah.
Okay, let me back to
congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Have a fantastic evening, bro, and enjoy some relaxed time off, not thinking about and obsessing about dive rolls.
Yes, thank you for sure. Thank you for having me on your Ketchup. I'm always watching your podcast actually, and now I'm on it. So
yeah, man,
super happy.
Yeah. It's good to have you, bro. I'm really, really.
Thank you, Jaren, so much for just helping us out for all this.
Everyone big up Jaren, because he's actually the guy who put this all together behind the scenes. I did nothing. Jaren's like, be there at this time. Like,
funnily enough, they can't see my 100%. Video. I have no idea what I did to it. I fucked the video up.
He's an enigma. Jaren the enigma.
Yeah. I switched the videos. Right, let's get out of here.
Love you. Go out there and dive roll, folks. Happy Friday. Whoa! Boom! Personality turns on right now. I love you, mate.
Thank you so much, Dom.